The blind old man, in order to continue his family bloodline, actually hung me up with a rope and then cut my pants. Before I could react, the old man took out a bottle of high protein that he had treasured for years. Seeing this, I instantly realized something terrible was about to happen and struggled desperately with all my might, but it was completely futile.
9 months, and I will give you your life back.
The next second, the old man lunged forward and grabbed my legs tightly, then unceremoniously aimed the straw at me. Although I was filled with despair at this moment, all of this was my own doing, because just yesterday, I accidentally learned that a blind old man had been compensated $1 million for his daughter's car accident. To make some extra money, I instigated 2 companions to plan to steal this money. So we staked out near the old man's house for a day, then set out in the dead of night. We first used drugged meat to knock out the old man's vicious dog, then Petite Me climbed through the window into the house and let Alex and Money in from outside. After the 3 of us entered the house, we immediately began our divided tasks. Alex and I were responsible for finding where the cash was hidden, while Money was responsible for entering the old man's room and using sleeping gas to put him into deep sleep. The plan seemed to be completely under control, but when Money looked up, he suddenly discovered that the old man had somehow sat up and was staring at him intently. This instantly frightened Money so much that he didn't dare make a sound. Fortunately, the old man was blind and only got up to turn off the television. Watching the old man continue sleeping as if nothing happened, Money gradually breathed a sigh of relief, placed the sleeping gas on the ground, and then tightly closed the room door. As soon as he came downstairs, Alex and I discovered a locked room. We believed the old man's $1 million was definitely hidden here, so we picked up a crowbar and began forcing the lock. Who knew this lock looked inconspicuous but was actually solid as a rock, as if it were welded firmly to the door. The hot-tempered Money couldn't stand it anymore and without a word pulled out a handgun, planning to blow the lock off by force. But we stopped this action of his, because what we were doing now was home invasion, and if discovered by the homeowner could shoot us at will without legal constraints. But the money-hungry, Money didn't care about any of this, and besides, he had already placed the sleeping gas in the old man's room, so the old man must be knocked out by now. The next second, Money shot and blasted the lock on the door, but the timid Alex was startled, turned around and left, running back to the car. Just as Money excitedly pulled open the door, the blind old man had somehow appeared at the doorway.
Who's there?
This instantly frightened Money and me so much that we didn't dare make a sound, afraid the old man would hear something unusual. At this moment, Money suddenly had an idea and claimed he was drunk and had walked into the wrong house. However, the old man was no fool. He had been a scout in the military when he was young. As he slowly moved forward, he soon stepped on the shattered lock. This instantly made the veteran realize there were thieves in his house. Seeing that things were exposed, Money no longer chose to pretend and raised his gun, threatening the veteran to hand over the money. But the battle-hardened veteran was not afraid at all, and he quickly determined Money's location through the gunshot. The next second, he disarmed him with a backhand move and firmly controlled Money. The veteran asked how many more people were in the room. Looking at me, trembling with fear, Money said he was the only one in the house. The next second, the veteran actually shot and killed Money directly. This instantly scared me to death. I quickly and carefully retreated backward, then hid in a cabinet behind me. Fortunately, the veteran didn't discover me in the end, and then turned around to check on the $1 million. Little did he know that when the veteran opened the safe, I happened to see the safe's combination from behind, so I quickly took out my phone and called Alex, who had just been scared away, back. Who knew that as soon as Alex walked through the door, he ran into the blind veteran. Fortunately, he reacted quickly and escaped disaster. Then the veteran fumbled around and closed all the doors and windows in the house. During this time, we quickly opened the veteran's safe and rapidly stuffed the $1 million inside into a backpack. Who knew that just as we were preparing to leave, the veteran suddenly opened the door.